Y'all, why do we worry so much? This one's about worry, and I'm guilty. Did y'all know that 91% of things we worry about don't ever happen? Your grandmother's probably told you that. Here's the real problem. Your body don't know the difference. So it reacts like danger is right in front of you. Stick with me on this. In the next 8 minutes, you're going to learn how to break that cycle and finally get your peace back. Because that's what I do. I mean, I think I finally have. I'll never quit worrying, but if your brain feels like a storm that never stops, if you're exhausted, you're overthinking, if you're constantly bracing for things to go wrong, you're not alone. Like I said, I've been there laying in bed at 2 a.m, heart racing, mind spinning, worrying about things I couldn't fix. Things that hadn't even happened yet. Ain't that weird? But this video is for anybody that's tired of living like that. So real quick, drop something in the comments if your brain's ever made up an entire disaster out of thin air. And I'll go first. Let's kind of get into this. So here's why worry can take over. Your brain's got one job, that's to keep you alive. And it's got this little alarm center called the oblongata or whatever. It watches out for danger. I can't pronounce it. But back in caveman days, it helped us avoid wild animals. Today, it overreacts to emails, awkward silence, or the fear that somebody might judge us. Which ain't that weird how we think like that? But in reality, it's flooding your body with stress chemicals that leave you drained, anxious, stuck in fight or flight mode. That's why your chest tightens up. That's why you can't focus. That's why that peace feels so far away. Back years ago, I remember one week where I was absolutely sure that I had messed up on a job interview. I replayed every word, every awkward pause. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't enjoy anything. I was snapping at folks. Turns out I got the job, but what about that damage had already been done? I'd spent 7 days living inside a scenario that never even existed. That's what worry will steal from you, is time and energy, your presence. Worry affects more than just your mind. It impacts your whole life. It impacts everybody around you. You miss out on the joy because you're bracing for pain. You say no to things you actually want because your brain's shouting, what if? Hey, Daisy May. But anyway, here's the hard truth. Worry don't protect you, it just drains you. It's a thief dressed like a bodyguard. So, how do we stop it? Here's what works, but not overnight. It'll help you over time. Get the worry out of your head and onto paper. Don't carry it. Kind of capture it. Write it down, and then ask, is this a problem that I can solve, or fear that I need to release? Number 2, I would probably say practice a productivity window. Like set a timer to worry every day where you allow yourself that time. And then when that time's up, you're done. It sounds weird, but it'll kind of retrain your brain. Number 3, try to come back and stay in the present. Use your senses. Name 3 things you see, 3 that you hear, and 1 thing you're grateful for. You can't control the future, but you can anchor yourself right now. And right now, you're okay. Realize that. You're not weak because you worry. You're not broken because your brain runs a little bit loud. You're just human, and your mind's trying to keep you safe. But safety isn't always peace. You deserve more than just survival. You deserve to be joyful, rest, freedom. And it starts by realizing you don't have to believe every thought that crosses your mind. Let me ask you something. What would your life look like if you weren't ruled by fear? What decisions would you make? Would you take a few risks? Well, the version of you on the other side of worry, it's waiting, and it's really closer than you think. So maybe in the next video, I'll show you kind of how to quieten your brain at night when the thoughts are the loudest. It's called how to sleep when your brain won't shut up. Mine does that. And if I do, I'll link it in the description below. But if this helped you, hit like, tap subscribe, and share it with somebody who carries too much in silence, because you're not alone, you're not hopeless, and your peace is still possible. And I'll see you in the next one, all right?